Hello friends, welcome to the Fool's Ink. It is your girl Zoe, and today we're going to be seeing how your person truly feels and thinks about you. And I do want to make it clear that this reading is unfiltered, so if you're not in a position to hear the truth about this situation, I would give it some time, maybe come back another day, because I'm just going to lay it all out how I see it. I also want to say that at first I thought I was set out to do this in terms of like romance, like, you know, the person you're crushing on or partner, or maybe even someone you're in separation with. But I'm opening this up to pretty much whoever it is that is on your mind. This could be a family member, this can be a friend, this can literally be absolutely anybody, your boss, I don't know. But so yes, without further ado, let's get into the pile selection. Pile number 1, you have this Kraken card with the word mystery on it. I've set my camera too high so I can barely see, but I hope you can see that clearly. Okay, as well as this little mushroom earring. Alrighty. And then for pile number 2, you guys have Sleipnir. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Again, I hope that you guys can see this. I'm like guessing, eyeballing. Apologies if you can't see correctly. Maybe zoom in on the video. And then you also have this snake earring, or with the little moon on it. And I'm realizing that I hope people aren't too biased with this snake. You may not want to choose a snake for this reading, but I want to say that this is a good snake. This is a nice snake modeled after selenite. So, you know, very cleansing, divine feminine. Alrighty. So feel free to pause the video here if you need more time deciding, and I will see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If this is your pile, you guys either chose the Kraken card. Kraken, what's crack-a-lackin'? Okay, let me stop. Or this mushroom earring, which I actually love. It's one of my favorite earrings. Sadly, its partner was lost, but I have faith that they will be reunited again. Alrighty. Okay. So this card right here is going to represent kind of the connection between you and your person. So we're going to get more into that later. First, just to see your energies in general. Hey, mister. Oh my gosh. Don't take over the camera. Hello. Sir, you've lost your table privileges. We're going to get a card to represent both of your individual energies. All right. So, what is pile 1's energy? What is pile 1's energy? And also, just a disclaimer, I'm going to choose this card for pile 1 and this card for your person. But if you resonate with this card instead of this card, feel free to switch it up. And if you don't resonate with either, this might just not be your pile. And if you resonate with both, it's possible that you and this person could be mirroring each other. Alrighty. So for pile 1, we have the Poet coming out. Also, take what resonates and leave what does not resonate. For your person, we have the Seeker. All right. Since this is a collective reading, I know I'm like starting sentences and then going into different points and going back. So I feel like with this mystery card already, it's like you probably clicked this reading because you may be quite confused about like what exactly is going on with this connection. But yeah, since this is a collective reading, not everything is going to resonate with everybody, and that is okay. Just take what resonates and take and leave what doesn't. All right. Okay. I wanted to start with either of you guys, but this Kraken is really calling to me. So I feel like you can feel there is a lot of depth to this connection. I'm hearing there's a lot of love here, and just history with this person. I feel like your feelings go very, very deep, and this can be platonic as well as romantic. Like, I'm feeling if this is a family member, you like really care for this person. Maybe this is like even like your favorite family member, or just someone who has been there for you through thick and thin, and that you love a lot, but things just may feel very complicated between you. I'm looking at how this, I guess you say kraken. I was going to say octopus, but I feel like the kraken would be offended if I said call it an octopus. So I'm just looking at how the tentacles on the kraken are kind of a little bit tangled, just a little bit, and so I feel like the relationship is complicated, and you tend to have like mixed feelings with this person. If this is a romantic person that you're thinking of, you guys could have like an on and off type of relationship, or just there are things that you really, really love about this person, or there are also things that you really, really hate about this person. I can see that the saying that the line between love and hate is very, very fine might really resonate with you. Or like I could see you guys even saying like, I hate this person and I love this person like equally. But yeah, I'm just getting very like complicated energy of like you love this person, but they just sometimes they do things that just anger you so much. And some of you may be in separation, and I think you very much understand why you are in separation. But you're just like, I feel like you just, I'm sighing a lot too. I feel like it's just like, it could have been, but it wasn't. Like, you just wish that this person kind of stepped up a bit, is what I'm getting. Like, we could have had something here, or we could have done all these great things together. We could have gone so far together, even if this is a platonic connection. We could, be doing so many fun things together, but you're out here playing. Like, and I just feel like you're just like, I have no idea what is going on in this person's head, and I don't even know where to begin. Like, when people ask you about this connection, you might just be like, listen, I care about this person, but I don't even know where to begin with like the current situation. I don't even know like where to start in this story, because it's just it's complicated. It's just such a mess. And I don't say that to throw shade. I feel like that's how at least some of you are, calling this. It's just like, it just feels like it's just an unnecessary tangled web and mess. And it hurts you to say that, but also I feel like there's a sense of like, I'm kind of just done. Like, I can't do this anymore. Like, if you're gonna step up, okay, come and talk to me. But if you're not, like, I have to move forward. I have to go. And I see that even though this is supposed to represent your person, I'm seeing that like someone is like, you're kind of like walking away because you're being called on to bigger and better things. Like, you can't stay stuck in this energy forever. Alrighty. So for your person, I'm being called to talk about the next. We have the Seeker here, which talks about thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. And I feel like this person may be someone who is very adventurous, loves to travel, I just heard, and as well as they're like, in their personality is kind of insatiable. And you could take this as that they, have like, are like addicted to the adrenaline rush, right? And they are going on these crazy adventures or doing these crazy things like skydiving or whatever. But I see it also more as kind of exactly what the card says, like a thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are, but it's like an unsatiable thirst. they just, and I feel like I'm looking at the shadow attribute too, with inability to commit to a path once found. So I feel like this person will find something that's really good for them, works really well for them, and that they really enjoy, but then they are kind of always looking at the next best thing. It's like they can't really, they're afraid of being disappointed, and it's very difficult for them to live in the present. They're always thinking about the future, about what next big thing can they do, what next big thing can they conquer, what next adventure can they go on. And I'm feeling for a lot of you who this is like a romantic connection for, it's like that's not very that's not very good mentality, or the best lifestyle to have if you're trying to settle down and start something. I heard start a family for some people. So maybe things could have been very, very serious between you two, and then you're thinking about kids, but this person is like never home, right? Or this person is not willing to give up their like traveling every Sunday. They're not willing to give up, all these adventurous things, and sometimes even dangerous things that they do. It could just be like, a dangerous adventure, like, I don't know, trekking through the Amazon or something like that, where it's like, it's not like bad, it's not like crazy, but it is like, there is danger that lies within the adventures that they want to go on. And so you may have been like, listen, I need someone who's more stable. I need someone who's going to be there if, we want to start a family together, if you're looking to settle down. I think this person kind of wanted both. They wanted the best of both worlds. They want someone to come home to, as well as, but they didn't want to give up their adventurous life. And I don't see infidelity here. I just see like this sense of like absence. Like they're not here. And it makes you feel like even when they are with you, they're not totally here because you're always seeking something. They're very uncomfortable with just accepting the present, and they may be someone who finds it very difficult to see the abundance that they have currently in their life. I feel like they're very comfortable, but I feel like they know that they're comfortable, but I feel like they have, honestly, this person could work a bit on their gratitude. Like, I don't think they complain, but I think it is that they're just like, they're always chasing after these big milestones, or you're always chasing after like, again, these huge adventures and these, major moments in life where they can't just ever appreciate the everyday and like relax. They feel like they always have to be working on something great, working on something amazing. And I think this goes back to like possibly some of the things that, some of the pain, that their inner child experienced. They, some of the things that they learned during childhood, where they just were always looking for the next best thing because maybe they didn't have an easy childhood. And that's something that they have to work on right now. That's something that they have to heal. But I feel like they're very much avoidant of it right now. They just are always looking for the external to make them happy, and not really able to, they just haven't really sat with the idea that happiness comes from the internal and reflects in the external, versus always looking for the external to make you happy and then wondering why at the end of the day they still feel empty. And they're always trying to fill their cup, but they're never trying to get to the source of the issue, which is that they have a lot of healing that they need to do, but they just can't face that right now, and it's harming your connection. Okay. And yeah, and I'm feeling for those of you who this is not like a romantic connection, this, I don't know if this is gonna be very, very niche. But have any of you seen the show Monarch? I think it just came out recently, but it's kind of like an interesting take on Godzilla, pretty much. and they're like these like monsters waking up around the world. But like the two main characters are these two siblings who didn't know they were siblings, but you know, they found out they were siblings because they found out their dad was living a double life, having two families, in Japan and then in the US. But they both agree that he's kind of like, the dad is like not very present. Like he's always trying to move up in his career, he's always working, and he's always chasing after, I think the dad is a researcher, so he's always trying to like find the answer to like his research question, and he's kind of just always off working on that and neglecting his family, and just isn't really present in either of the homes, on top of having, you know, a double life. And so I'm not saying, I don't think this person has a double life, but I feel like it's like that energy of like, you are always so caught up in your work, you're always so caught up on this one thing, you're always chasing after this thing that you think you need, but it's like, while you're chasing after this like feeling that you're searching for, or that, you know, this adventure, or this just, you know, research question or work or whatever, you're like neglecting all of the other areas of your life, and it's like hurting you without you even realizing it. And I feel like you told this to this person. With the poet here, light attribute expresses soul insights in symbolic language. I feel like you try to tell this person very lovingly, and they just were not receptive. Like I'm seeing how like her words are going this direction, and this person is going the opposite direction. But yeah, I feel like you are someone who has such a big heart and has so much love to give, but nowhere to give it, because this person is just like not receiving it. And you're like, listen, I'm great, I'm valuable. If you can't receive the gift that's sitting in front of you, I'm just, you know, it's going to find someone who will, who's going to appreciate the value that I hold. You guys could be very lyrical as well. You could have like a very nice voice, as well as like, you could just be like very creative. You guys may be poets. You might like to write poetry. You may have written about this person in poetry, or even written a poem for them to try and get it through their thick head that this is how you've been feeling. But I feel like it's just going over their head, because they have such tunnel vision. But I feel like you're also very intuitive, and you may be spiritual with soul insights. You may be very intuitive and very perceptive towards how other people are feeling, or just like kind of what I feel like you see through people and kind of see like what they need to heal, what they need to work on. And you see that this person is not healed, and you see that they're not on the same vibrational level as you, because I feel like you guys are someone who does work on yourselves. You understand yourself a lot, and you're, you know, always trying to heal yourself intuitively. So I feel like you're aligned, and this person's not aligned because they're too afraid to face their shadow. Okay, so I believe I'm gonna leave that there, and we're gonna get some cards about how they feel. Actually, we're gonna get some cards about how this person sees you, and then how they feel and think about you. Okay. I just feel like you guys are good. You're good. This person, like, I feel like you've done the work, and I feel like they're saying that you're on the right path. You've been making, you know, the right decision. If you feel like you've been tested by the universe, they're saying you're passing all their tests. But they're just like, it may feel very annoying what you're going through right now, but they're saying they're just aligning you with, you know, the person you're like, you know, who is going to be able to match your energy, and who is right for you, or the situation that is right for you. And to like keep focusing on yourself, and, you know, this person, you can't like you can't force this person to do the inner work. And you shouldn't suffer because of it, because you're trying to wait for them. Alright, so how does this person see pile 1 P spirit? It's like it's okay to move on. And if they catch up to you, they catch up to you. If they don't, they don't. Alrighty, so how does this person... Ooh. This is how they feel. I'm hearing they don't want to... they want to answer how they see you. But, you know, we're gonna get there anyway. But sure, Spirit. We'll start with how they feel about our pile 1. How do they feel about pile 1, Spirit? How does pile 1 person feel about... Okay. There's the Tower coming out. The Page of Cups. And the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, and how do they... Yeah, and one more card. I said one more. But I guess I'll take both. Okay. The Knight of Cups coming out with the Knight of Wands. Alright, and how do they think? What are their thoughts about pile 1? What are their thoughts? Oh my gosh. So many. Okay. The Knight of Swords. The 10 of Cups. Okay. Okay. How does this person think? What are their thoughts about pile 1? Ooh, gosh. What are your thoughts about pile 1, Peace Spirit? Okay, that almost flew into the fire. So, the 4 of Pentacles. What are your thoughts about pile 1, Peace Spirit? Ooh, that's too many. I'm gonna take this one though. The Lovers. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more card. Okay, thank you. That's the first time they listened to me. And then the 9 of Wands. Okay. Okay, and then bottom of the deck energy, we have the Knight of Cups coming out. Yeah, and I'm gonna, yes. I'm gonna take that as how, no. Yeah, just bottom of the deck energy. Dude. Give me one card on how they see pile 1, Peace Spirit. Oh my gosh, okay. The Hermit, okay, yes. Alright, so this person has a lot of love for you as well. And I don't know why that was so difficult for me to, like, say. Like, I know I said it, but, like, I feel like it was, like, I felt resistance trying to say it. And so this person is having difficulty admitting that to themselves. And I feel like for most of you, this is definitely a love connection, a romantic connection. Because we have the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the Lovers coming out, the Knight of Cups. Like, I feel like it's pretty darn clear. This person has, like, romantic feelings for you. And a lot of these are just, again, confirming how deep. Like, I feel like you guys have, like, a very deep connection. And that there's a part of you guys that just get each other. But then this person... just, I don't know why, I feel like they're running away. Anyway, so you guys are coming off as the Hermit, which I feel like is like, this is like you protecting yourself. Like, this person knows that they are not meeting your standards, they're not matching your level, and I think they do respect that you are sticking by your values, you're sticking by your boundaries, and you're not like you see your own value. And you're acting accordingly. Like, you're not letting this person into your energy if they're gonna, play games or, expect the best of both worlds, and like you're getting like nothing out of it. So you're just like, listen, I'm fine being single, I'm fine being alone. And so if if you're not gonna act right, then I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna be by myself. Like, look how happy you look. You look so happy and like at peace, at one with yourself and the universe. Like, I feel this person very much sees that they are not needed. And even like, I feel like a part of them fears that like, oh wow, they must not love me if they don't need me. But I feel like they know that's not true deep down. And they know it's because, you're not going to accept their actions. And again, they respect that. And they kind of wish, I feel like they kind of wish you would let down your walls a bit, but they also understand why you're not. And they know that's selfish of them. And like, I think that's something they're like going back and forth with, like, oh, like I can't expect that of them. Like, this is very, like, they understand your position a lot. And I feel like there's a sense of like frustration with themselves, but also this fear of like they don't want to do the work. So they're kind of mad that you're making them do the work, but they respect you for making them do the work as well, and not, accepting less than what you're worth. Okay. I think they're stalling a lot too. Like, they're like, now they don't want to get into how they feel, how they think. The first thing I'm seeing here is that they see a life with you with the 10 of Pentacles here. They see, again, growing something stable with you, leaving even like a legacy with you. With the 10 of Cups here as well, they just see like a happy ending with you, and they want to hold on to that with the 4 of Pentacles. And they want to offer you this cup of like overflowing love. But I'm noticing that it's a cup and it's not very grounded. They're offering you a cup of love. They're offering you all these promises, but they're not in a position where they feel like they can follow through on those promises. And I'm just feeling like stress. Like, I'm feeling like stress from this person. Like, there may be somebody who's not very good at opening up and talking about their feelings. And I just keep hearing them like, oh, stop, like, don't say anything. Okay, I feel like they're fearful of disappointing you, even though they already know they disappointed you. And so they're thinking about, oh, I want to rush towards pile 1. I want to rush towards this person. And, as they're rushing towards you, they have all of these, dreams of like the life you could have together, of the foundations you can have together, the home you could build together, but they have to make a choice between this love they have for you and something else that honestly they may think they have to let go of completely, but they're not seeing how they can like make it work, how it will just take compromise. But I feel like they're too afraid of compromise, and they're too afraid of sacrificing, and they feel like they have to sacrifice themselves. I feel like before they may have lost themselves a lot, or they may have not been able to depend on other people. Okay, so I had to step away from the camera for a little bit, but look what the candle has done in the meantime. I feel like this person is crying over you, crying over the situation, and I feel like, I just get like this overwhelming emotion, and just they have so many things that they're feeling, so many things that they want to say that, again, they just can't face. I think this person really does not like facing like pain, negative emotions, and they just want to run from them, to be honest. Like, but I just feel like it's all overflowing where they kind of have to. They kind of have to. And we have like so many overflowing. We have the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, and the 9 of Cups, all overflowing. like, and they just like have so much emotion towards you. And I feel like the situation was like a tower moment for them, where you walked away and you're like, listen, I can't do this anymore. It was just like kind of like the wake-up call that they needed to kind of like get themselves on the right track. There's someone who might usually try to rationalize their emotions and their feelings and like just use logic or, you know, repress them, and not really pay them too much mind or attention. But I feel like with, yeah, I feel like there's just so much here, emotion, that they can't even begin to unravel everything that they're feeling and just like put words to it. They just have to let themselves feel it and work through it step by step. Like it's almost like if they're like chipping away at like an ice cube or like they're like walking into like a dark cavern with like a lantern. They can only see like 5 feet ahead of them, and they just have to trust each 5 feet at a time and like slowly go deeper and deeper to find what it is that they need, what it is that they're looking for. Oh my god. Okay, and then I know that we're like getting kind of detracted a little bit, but I keep looking at this Hermit and this Nine of Swords together, because it looks like, I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks like this Knight of Swords is like, oh my gosh, is rushing into like the darkness, into the unknown. And this Hermit is like at home in this darkness, and they're providing their own light, and they're so comfortable here, and they know that like they trust in themselves, in the universe. They're not afraid of their shadow, of their darkness, and they've made peace with it, and they know how to work with it now. And I feel like that's you. And this person's like, this is exactly what I have to do with myself if I want to be with pile one. I have to meet pile one where they are, which is within. If that makes sense. I have to do the inner work pretty much to be able to meet pile one where they are. And it's so scary. I feel like because they're so afraid of it, that they can come off as like immature to you. And I feel like their feelings for you are very much like romantic, loving. I feel like they feel very young with you. Like I feel like it feels like your love for each other never dies out with this Nine of Wands here. I'm just looking at this burning heart. Like I feel like this love is forever burning to them, and it feels like they never grow old. Sorry, I'm just looking at my cats, and I'm like, you guys don't start, because sometimes they get the zoomies and they start chasing each other. But yeah, I feel like, but part of me feels like this person may be a workaholic as well. Because Four of Pentacles is telling me, as well as this 10 of Pentacles, it feels like they feel like they have to, Spirit is telling this person that they need to level up, like, emotionally. They need to level up spiritually. They need to do inner work. But they think that the work they have to do to be with you is in the physical. Like, they need to, like, oh, I gotta get my money up. I gotta, like, get the nice car, get the nice house, have the great job to, like, be able to support pile one and to, like, be, you know, I heard pile one's man, but, you know, apply it how you need it. Like, if you're looking for a woman, you know, I gotta be, like, pile one's, you know, woman. I feel like this person wants to be a provider, or just wants to be very like self-sufficient. Like, you don't have to worry about me. I can take care of me, and I can take care of you, right? Because they want to look really great in your eyes, and they want the sparkle on paper type of vibe. Like, they want to have the job, they want to have the car, they want to have all of these things that people only dream of. But they're not doing, again, they're looking for external validation, looking for external joy, and not starting inside. And I feel like you see that emptiness, and you're like, this cannot work until you've learn to love yourself, because no matter how much I care for you and I love you, it's never truly going to get through to you. And it's always just going to like, it's already possibly caused, issues in the connection, right? Where it's like, I don't need all these shiny things. I just need you. And this person is so afraid to face themselves that it's getting in the way of them facing you and like even being emotionally there for you, perhaps. You're like, I need someone who can match my emotional maturity. And I feel like this person is like falling short. And I feel like this person feels very insecure. Maybe they grew up feeling very financially insecure. But they just feel like they need to build the wealth. And that's possibly what was pulling them away from you, is that they're always working to build like this life that they have imagined for you guys. You're like, listen, like we're already living the life we can live together, like right now. Like I need you to be here with me now. I need you to be present now. Like I don't need all of this other stuff. And I just need you. And this person just didn't understand. I feel like they know deep down that that's what you're asking of them, but it like terrifies them. They're terrified to see this inner child of them. They're terrified to like truly allow themselves to dream of a life where they just live happily and do what they want, and they're not always hustling and grinding, because they feel like financial material wealth is all that there is to life. Maybe not all that there is to life, but like it's like the key to like a happy, successful life, a prosperous life. And they're realizing that that's not the case. And the key to this wish fulfillment, you and that happiness that they're always chasing, is to address their inner child, which I feel like is creative, wants to feel their emotions, does want to cry, isn't afraid to yell and scream a bit. But I feel like this person holds that all inside, and it makes them very cold and closed off. Like I don't think they're cold with you, perhaps. I feel like it's just like they always have guards up. They always have walls up. And they're very difficult to reach. And I feel like you felt that sometimes in this connection, to like be able to reach them. So I feel like they have to make a choice between you and their career. But in reality, they don't have to give up their career fully. They just need to like not like introduce some work-life balance, which I don't think they fully understand right now. They feel like they always have to, like life is a struggle that you always have to fight. You always have to hustle to get what it is that you want. And it's like, no, like what it is that they want is staring them right in the freaking face. But they can't see it because they're so focused on the grind and all the hardships that they've had to endure to get to where they are, which they should be very, very proud of. But it's like clouding everything else in their life. It's like they can't see the fruits of their benefits now. The fruits of their labor now, sorry. And again, I feel like they just want to rush towards you, but it's like blocked. Like they can't, because they feel like now you've put your walls up, and it's kind of like they're getting a bit of their own medicine. But the walls you put up are very different. The walls you put up aren't necessarily, like your walls you put, yes, like walls are up for like protection, but I feel like the walls you put up are because you have boundaries and you know what you deserve, and you're not going to accept anything less. Whereas this person is just blocking everything out because they're too afraid to be vulnerable. They're not being very intentional with the walls that they've put up. Yeah. So in short, your person really, really, really loves you. Like loves you. And wants to choose you. But they feel like they can't choose you because they don't deserve you, because they feel like they haven't reached the level of financial security that they need. Whereas like you already feel like they have, but you just, you want them to take a chill pill. And they're figuring it out right now, pretty much. And they think about you all the time. They think about rushing towards you. They think about the life that you guys could have together, of keeping you, of holding you down. Oh my gosh, it feels like this candle is like telling such a story with us too. It's like, it's just like all carved. It's like they need to carve they need to like clear out all like the things blocking their heart. They need to open up their heart chakra. And I feel this person wears a crown, but it's like they feel like their crown is slipping without you, because you're their partner. Like, you're, I'm gonna say queen, you know, because I'm just, you know, for the analogy I'm about to use, but again, apply any terms that you need to for it to apply to you. But, you know, like, if this person is a king, it's like you're their queen and they can't roll without you. It's like, you're the jam to my you're the jelly to my peanut butter. Oh my gosh, you're the butter to my toast. I realize this is getting so cheesy, but that's really how they feel. Like, I feel like this is a partnership, but like, it feels like there's like, and I feel like there's like these diverging paths right now, and they're just hoping that it crosses again. This is like not that reading of like seeing what happens, but I do, Spirit is saying, if you guys need hope, if you need like a sign of hope, I feel like this person cares about you so much that they are going to go through that dark night of the soul, do that inner work to be able to come back towards you and be the person that you need them to be. It may not happen like now, immediately, like soon, but I feel like they're at least going to try an attempt, and then you guys can see, you know, then you guys can decide, you know, what it is that you want to do. But yeah, this person just loves you and is always thinking about you, and they're like in turmoil right now. Like, they're like, they cannot put a handle on their emotions. They don't know what's going on. It's like this, everything is overflowing. It's like they just want to cry all the time, because they're like, I can't do this without pile one. Like, I love pile one. I need pile one. There is no point of going on an adventure of seeking out things if, you know, I don't have my partner with me. And I completely forgot we're gonna get channel messages. So this reading is a little long, but I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. So Spirit, give me just a couple of channel messages from pile one's person. I do have to move on for time's sake, but it's just, yeah, I feel like I'd just be repeating myself. Just like this person, oof, oh my gosh, the love they have for you. Even again, if for those of you, where I feel like most of you, this is a romantic connection, but those of you who this is not a romantic connection, I'm feeling if it's not, it's likely like a family member who is not making enough time for their family. I feel like they miss you, and they realize that I've just missed out on so much of pile one's life, and like, I want to be there for them now, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of hard work in order to get there. I can't come over immediately, but I hope that I'm becoming the person that pile one needs to like be there for them and to be by their side, and that they'll accept back into their life. They know they can't come towards you right now, regardless of what type of connection this is. And I do believe that they are willing to put in the work. All right, so Spirit, give me some channel messages for pile one, from pile one's person. Okay, so we have Seven of Pentacles. I think we should slow down. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay, so we have Ace of Swords. I'm gonna take that one, as well as definitely, and yeah, I'm not feeling caught to the other ones, but definitely I think is a confirmation for what I was thinking when I see I think we should slow down. I see that being like, I just feel like always so hesitant to say something. Like, I don't know why. It's like I'm about to say something, and then like my mind goes blank. And it's like this person is having like big difficulties expressing themselves and their feelings. So they need to work on their throat and heart chakra, that's for sure. They want to say something, they want to talk to you, but they're like slowing themselves down. They're like, no, I need to come correct. I need to come perfect, or else pile one will not accept me. And it's like they're, to be honest, they're like applying that same mentality of, oh, you know, I have to have the perfect career, the perfect job, the perfect bank account, right, to have the life of my dreams. And they're like applying that kind of same perfectionism to coming towards you, where I feel like you really accept them for who they truly are, like all their faults, all their flaws and their, you know, perfections. And this person, they see that, they know that that's part of the reason why they love you, but they just want to feel like they deserve you. And they feel like they don't deserve you right now. And if you're just like, listen, I don't expect you to be perfect. And this person is like, this person is very very hard on themselves, very critical of themselves. Man, are they a Virgo? Okay, tell me some more channel messages, please, Spirit. Then we have, okay, we have think before you act. We have I dream about you a lot, too much. 7 of Cups, yeah. Yeah, they think about you all the time. Think before you act. Yeah, they're like, ugh, I think they really feel like they've been so silly. And that they've been focusing on the wrong things. And when I heard I dream about you all, I also heard you need to start dreaming about how to like get yourself together and not just the life that you guys can have. Which I don't know who that's coming from, if that's their spirit guide, that's spirit, that's them to themselves, if that's you to them. But yeah, I think this person, they also may have like said some like harsh things out of like their ego, out of like, when I say ego, I mean out of their fears, you know, out of their, you know, ego does not like to change. So like out of their fears of changing, out of, you know, again, just going about things differently. And realizing that they need to like do some inner work and face some hard things. And I think they're really regretting how they handled the situation before, and they feel like they should have listened to you more before they lost you, before you left. Give me one more, please, Spirit. Okay. Then we have I am coming, trust. It did show up in the reverse at first, so I'm going to keep that in mind. But yeah, this person is going to come back towards you. They are going to give you an offer at some point. Again, I'm not necessarily sure when that's going to be. I don't want to make any promises here. I don't want to, you know, tell you it's going to be tomorrow and then they don't come through. But I think you probably don't want this person to even come through tomorrow because they just have so much work to do that is not able to be done in a day. But they do want to come back towards you. And they do want to make things right. And so if you hoping this person comes back, they are. But I also want to make it clear to those of you who aren't really sure if you want this person back, it's the choice is up to you. You know, the lovers also represents a choice. When this person comes, if you accept them back or not, if you accept them into your life, but they will be making an effort of some sorts. And the bottom of the deck is I don't want to lose you in reverse. And I feel like that's coming up in reverse because they don't want to lose you, but they feel like they don't deserve you. They feel like they don't have a right to say, I don't want to lose you. I don't have a right to hold on to you because I have not been there for you. I haven't been the person you need me to be for you. All right. Okay. So lastly, we are going to get some advice for you, dear pile ones. Yes. Can you see everything? Yes, you can. Okay. Alrighty. So, oh my gosh. Just regarding this connection or anything else Spirit wants to tell you, wants to let you know. Alrighty. So Spirit, what advice do you have for our dear pile ones? What do they need to know regarding this connection? Anything you want to tell them? Okay, so we have Mary Shelley, loss. Okay, I heard cut your losses. Okay. Give me one more, please, Spirit. That is not one more. That is not what we agreed upon. Spirit. Okay. Okay. Then we have Janet Frame, Belonging. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy, we have Boar. Okay. So I'm hearing that you need to hold steadfast to the decision that you have made with this boar here. I'm seeing stubbornness, and that's okay. Like, again, if you're holding up your values, if you're like, I'm not accepting anything less than what it is that I deserve, then keep on doing that. Keep on doing what you're doing, okay? With Mary Shelley here with loss, I'm just hearing like, cut your losses. Also, please don't mind my cats. They are kerfluffering, and my one cat is saying I don't want to play right now and is holding their boundaries. So, you know, take it to, you know, stay in that energy. I feel like you know where you belong, you know your place in this world, you know your purpose, or this is something that you're realizing very much right now, and you're very comfortable with that place, with that purpose of what you're meant to do on this earth. And I feel like you're someone who is not like always so caught up in the material. Like, I feel like you value the intangible just as much as you value the material and happiness in life. And I feel like you just saw that this person was not in that same space. And you're like, because of that, it made you doubt whether or not you belong together. And yeah, I feel like this person has not realized their purpose, has not realized what it is exactly that they want to do. Again, I feel like they're very misaligned. And so I'm just hearing Spirit, like, this is just a confirmation of what you've been feeling about this, what you believe to be true about this connection, and how you've gone about it is like correct. Like, you are on the right path. You've made the right choices. And as well as just like in general in the rest of your life, like if you've been doubting, like, am I doing the right thing regarding my career, regarding my purpose, then you are. And it's like, sure, you can want this person to come along, but if they can't come along, then you need to cut that dead weight, because I feel like they're holding you back and holding you down a bit, because you're about to ascend to like some higher plane, like some connection with the divine. That's like you're meant here to do like big things, major things, and you need to be around like-minded people who are also very much in line to know what they're doing. They know what's up, and they're not like caught up with just like all these things society has told us to value. They're moving according to their own values. And so you are going to find your tribe very soon, I feel like, with this belonging here, with people who understand you. And again, I feel like it's one of those things where like this person just can't come along on your journey. And again, it's up to you to decide, you know, whether or not they can't. But I'm just saying, when they come through again and they talk to you and they try to come back in, be discerning, be very discerning about whether or not this person has actually done the work to keep up with you and the light that you're shining and the level that you are ascending to on all planes, physical and spiritual. Okay, so that is all that I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this reading, I would absolutely love it if you guys could like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if it resonated too. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, you can check out my Etsy in the description box, as well as my Patreon, where you can get exclusive readings. Look at my cat is like hyping me up right now. He's like, go to the Patreon, go to the Etsy. You can get really cool things there. Like, have fun, join the community. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this pile, you guys either chose Mr. Schleppner, actually, or Mrs. Slebner. This is Slebner. Or this pretty snake moon earring. Alrighty. Okay. So I am feeling I'm feeling a little, I'm just feeling like like head empty. I don't know why. Like just like, and not like a bad head empty, like a good, like, you know, going about my day type of head empty. I just see like very happy, joyous energy with you guys. Oof. And also look, just so you know, this is what happened during pile one's tarot reading. It was like, this is the state of the candle. So as you can see, that was quite a dramatic reading. I might do something crazy. I'm thinking I'm gonna put this. Yeah, very cute. Okay. Yeah, I'm very sad that my candle is like in disarray now. I might have to switch it out at some point in this reading, just because it makes me sad. That's the only thing about getting like decorative candles like that. They fall apart, and then I don't really know what to do with them after. But anyway, okay. Let's focus. I'm focusing, okay? You guys may also just be like lolly-dolly-dollying lately. I want you to know that this card right here, swiftness, is supposed to represent the connection at large. And so I'm actually not going to say too much about it right now. Although I am feeling like, again, just like happy energy, and this person may be coming in swiftly. I just heard some of you may not know this person yet. But we're going to see. We're going to get some cards to represent you, as well as a card to represent your person. All right, so Spirit, tell me about pile 2. Did I say pile 1 at the beginning of this reading? I hope it's pile 2, in case I didn't. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have the Monk and Nun. All right, it did flip up in the shadow at first for you guys, but we shall see. I'm just going to keep that in mind as we go on through the reading. All right, can I get a card for pile 2's person? That was very swiftly. And the cards, even the cards are sporadic. Ugh. And this card is like way too far for me to, I have to get up and do it. Okay. Alrighty, so this person also kind of flipped up in the reverse for a second, but I'm putting them in the upright for now. But we're gonna consider both. Don't mind me as I just grab some water, because I feel like this is about to get juicy. I was not expecting this. I was expecting some cute, lighthearted energy, but I feel like it's about to get juicy. Also, I feel like for most of you, this is a romantic connection. Doesn't have to be everyone. But I am seeing romance with this prince here. Mr. Prince Charming. And we have Prince, but that's just representing masculine energy. It doesn't have to be. It could be any gender under the sun, or lack of gender. But okay. So I feel like you guys are having fun right now with this swiftness here. I just feel like it's just, you've just been focusing all about the fun of this connection, the lightheartedness with the prince, romantic charm and potential for power. But okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, so I feel like this person, pile number 2, is coming in hot and steady. They are like, I like pile 2. Let's talk. I'm gonna be your lover. But pile 2, you guys, with the Monk/Nun here, reading selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attribute, negative judgment of the physical world / excess piety. Okay. So I feel like, and this doesn't have to be religious, it can just talk about like devotion to yourself. I feel like this is what I'm getting more so. I feel like you guys are being in a moment where you're very comfortable being by yourself, and you're in a moment where you feel like you don't really need anyone and you just want to be by yourself and you don't want the drama that comes with a relationship. Okay, and I feel like this person is coming at but they're coming in like, but look how fun a relationship can be, and they are very fun, they're very flirty, and I think against your will that they make you laugh. They make you laugh and you're just like, I stop. I'm trying to, some of you may be like trying to be celibate, like doing like a year of celibacy just to like connect back with yourself. But I see this person is just like temptation, and you're like, you need to stop. You need to go away right now, because this is supposed to be a year all about me, myself, and I, and maybe for some of you, the source, who, however you want to refer to that source. But this person is like, okay, but you've already done, well, okay, so I feel like this person is coming in this person is coming in as a sign from spirit that's like, okay, yeah, you guys have done a lot of great work on yourself, but it's time to have fun. Like, go ahead and talk to somebody now, right? And it's up to you if you decide to do that. But I feel like they're letting you know that it's okay and that you don't have to be so strict with yourself anymore. Like, it is safe to love now, and it's safe to fall in love. For some of you, if you are not in your celibacy, you and this person are just maybe having some fun. But lately, you may be like getting the sense that this person wants something more, something deeper, and you're afraid of whether or not you're ready for that. And this person may be a little arrogant, so they're like, listen, I'm a catch, like I'm great, and they genuinely might be a catch. And they're kind of like, I don't think they're pressuring you, but they are kind of laying it on thick. Like, they are like heavily courting you. They are like, if you don't want to take them out on a date, or if you don't want to go out on a date with them, they're like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna show up at your work and give you flowers and still make you feel things for me. Like I want things. Like, I want more than just the fun times. Okay, whatever that might mean for you guys at this moment. For those of you in celibacy, it could just be like friendship, that you guys are just having a lot of like fun flirting while being friends. But yeah, I feel like this person is definitely tempting, and it's like you want to move swiftly towards them. And like, look at all these feet that this like horse has. It's like they're coming in hot and ready. They can't get to you close like fast enough. But it's like keeping in mind that this horse represents earth. Like, horses generally have very earthy energy. They're very dependable. You can rely on them to take you wherever you need to be, but swiftly. So I feel like this is again a sign that like it is safe to love, and it's safe to like see, at least vet out a little bit more about what this person's all about. Okay, so now we're gonna head into, I feel like we already kind of got it a little bit. Oh, I forgot to preface this, but that beginning portion of the reading was, you can kind of use it to see if this is your reading or not, like if it resonated, if it sounds like you, it sounds like your person, then this reading is for you. If your person sounded like you and this sounded like your person, that could also work. You can just like switch it if you need to, or if you saw yourself in both people, which would be kind of interesting. But like, if you saw yourself in both people, that could just be you guys mirroring each other. But if you saw yourself in neither of these cards, perhaps you should check out pile 1. This pile might not be for you. Okay, but yeah, okay, moving on. Let's see kind of how your person feels about you, as well as how they think about you, as well as I want to see how your person sees you as well. So we're gonna start with that. Spirit, give me a card or two about how pile 2's person sees them. Ooh. Oh my god, you guys gave me exactly 2 cards. Me and Spirit have been vibing today. They've been giving me what I asked for. Okay, so we have the 6 of Pentacles, which came up in the reverse. I usually don't take reverse for this deck, but I'm feeling called to, and we'll get into it in a bit. And then we have the Hierophant. Yeah, okay. Which goes right with that monk and nun. You are like in your own little box, and you are like, you just have like kind of like your walls up. Like you're focused on you, which I feel like is also very similar to pile number one. So if, you know, you guys feel called to look at pile number one, go ahead and there might be messages in there for you as well. But yeah, I feel like with the Hierophant in reverse here, it's giving temptation. It's giving temptation. I will be so surprised, or I will not be surprised if the devil comes out somewhere in this reading, because you're trying to do you. You're trying to like, oh my gosh, my candle went out. Oh my gosh, yeah, I feel like that's just a symbolization of you guys are just not, you're not interested in love right now. You're like, I'm trying to focus on me. I think it was a bad idea for me to put that cone in there. I don't think the candle was ready, which is a symbol for how I feel like you guys feel like you're not ready for love just yet. Like you feel like you don't have space in your heart for it. But I will say that like all this space carved out of this heart-shaped candle, you might have more space than you think you do. Like I feel like spirit is like kind of like keying in the back right now. I feel like they're feeling like little matchmakers, because yeah, I feel like they're like, no, it's okay, pile two, go hang out with this person because they're really cute. And like I feel like, I don't know why it's giving the vibe of like an auntie trying to marry you off. Like oh wait, why am I trying to get a match? I have a lighter here. Okay, alrighty, since I'm about to light a candle, make a wish real quick. Some of you may be wishing, oh, I wish this person would leave me alone. Okay, which is very valid if that is the case. You do not have to say yes to this person whatsoever. I'm just saying if you do feel pulled towards this person, but you're restricting yourself, maybe give yourself a little bit more leeway. Give yourself a little bit more kindness, okay? So I'm going to light the candle in 3, 2, I hope you have your wish. In 3, 2, 1. Okie dokie. Okay, now we're gonna put that where that used to be. The heart was. Okay. So I feel like this person is giving a lot to this connection. Like they're putting in a lot of effort to like get this connection off the ground. And you're not having it. That's why the Six of Pentacles is in reverse. You're just not having it, and they don't mind it. Like I feel like you're very upfront with them. Like you're very clear. Like, listen, this connection is just for fun for me. I'm just taking like what I want, and I'm leaving the rest, right? And I feel like it's like they have so much more they want to give you, and you're only taking like one coin, and they're like, you can have all these other coins, and you're like, I don't know. And then you don't like give them any of your coins. Yeah. I feel like they're just like, I think they kind of see you as like a challenge, and that's not in like a oh, you know, I just want to, you know, I love the chase, but like I'm just gonna leave pile 2 in the dust once like I get what I want. Like I don't feel like that's this person at all. I feel like they are a gentle woman, gentle person, but yeah, I feel like they're kind of like, wow, like I feel like they feel the pull so strong, and I feel like they know that there's something here, and they're like, listen, I don't mind working for it. I do not mind working for it. And they kind of like that you are very discerning, that you're so into yourself. They like value your independence and how much you love yourself. I think they find that so attractive. They find that very, very hot. Okay. All right, so Spirit, tell us more about how this person feels about pile 2. We have Temperance. Let's see. How does pile 2's person feel about them? We have the Emperor Yeah, I feel like a lot of these cards are coming in reverse first. And again, I'm just feeling called to leave them in reverse. Okay. Oh my gosh. The Six of Cups. I just feel like I feel like this is more about how they see you. They just feel like they want to give to you. They see like the potential here. They feel like they've known you for so long with the Six of Cups coming here. Like they feel like this person may be from the past. You may have known this person for a long time. They may be like a good friend to you, which is maybe why you don't want to like expedite things into like romance, because then you feel like, oh, what if you ruin the friendship? We have the Two of Swords. They're just like like you're just saying no to their offer. Oh my gosh. Okay. And this is okay. Tell me how they feel. How do they feel about pile 2, please, Spirit? I feel like they are laying it on thick with you potentially, but I feel like in this reading, with like where it's asking them to get a little bit deeper, they're like kind of shying away, because they're like, oh my god, I don't want to get deep, because then if I get really, really deep, then I get rejected, then that's just gonna hurt more than when I like tease pile 2 and like give them flowers and stuff. And yep. We have this Eight of Pentacles. Like they're very serious about this connection, but I feel like you may see their actions, their advances as superficial, because I think they like to keep things light. They don't like to get too deep. And then you're like, listen, if I'm gonna give up like my beautiful space, like my like, you know, the temple I've built internally and externally, like I feel like your home is like a very sacred space to you as well, then you need to like, I need to make sure you're serious. Like you can't just be playing games here with me. And this person is like very much not playing games here with you, but they like, but it's so hard for them to show that. Like they're so nervous of you actually seeing how deep their feelings are and how much they are willing to commit to this and make something work. Bottom of the deck right now is the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you just like have so many walls. You feel so like unattainable to this person, and it's like they're kind of just like throwing darts at the wall, like, oh, you know, maybe pile 2 will say yes to me, maybe they won't, and they're just like don't want to put too much weight on it, because if they do, then they'll get really sad. But they just like, they like see you as like this like amazing person who like just knows your worth, knows your value. And again, they just think that's so attractive, and they just feel like, dang, pile 2 has such high standards. I think I'm pretty great, but look, what if I don't meet up to those standards? And they're just like nervous. They're just really, really nervous. And they feel like you can see right through them, which you guys probably can't actually, with like the way that this reading is going. I feel like you're like, I can see through your superficial attempts. Like I want you to make a genuine attempt, and then I'll think about it. Yeah. And just like, and I feel like I'll start a thought, or I'll start talking, and then like I'll like lose track of where I was. Like I feel like this person just like in awe of you every time you walk in, like in awe of your beauty or in awe of your mind, or both. I think they just like lose track of what they were saying, and they like don't really know what to do about it. And I'm gonna like, I don't know why I want this Temperance upright, because I feel like you do make them feel sturdy, like you make them feel very comfortable and very happy. And I feel like you feel very, again, they see you as someone who's very at one with themselves, but I feel like internally, like your emotion, like their emotions like feel like jumbled up when they see you. Like they feel like, oh my gosh, like I feel like you knock them off balance. Like if this is a prince, like you like knock the crown off their head a little bit, like not in a bad way, just like in like a guffawed way, like like I did not expect someone like pile 2 to walk into my life and just like make me feel these things that I'm not used to feeling. I'm used to being the one who's invoking these feelings in other people, and now it's like now it's flipped and I don't know how to act. I don't know what to do. They don't feel very much in control at all, even though they are trying to give that persona. I feel like they're just like, they don't know what they're doing. You know, this person may have been like single for a bit, or you might be surprised at how long it's been since they've had like a partner. But I feel like this person is also very picky choosy with the Two of Swords here. And they don't just like court anybody. I keep hearing court. So this person may be slightly older than you, but they also may just be like when it comes to romance, they like to do things like traditional. They like it to be romantic. And they think of like all like the old movies of like, oh, you know, like they like to think about how maybe their grandparents, you know, fell in love and things like that. Like, you know, I just want to come like a gentleman. I want it to feel like a fairy tale. I want it to feel like we had like that 1950s type of love, which I don't really know what 1950s type of love would be, but like I hope that makes sense. Like I just like old school love. Like they want it to feel like old school love between you two. Yeah. And they do feel like it's, I feel like they've known you forever, even if you guys don't know each other forever. And they have so much love and like so many cups that they want to give you, but they're like scared. They're like, I think they're also like very weary of who they give their cups to, because it's possible they may have been used in the past before. And so they worry about someone using them just as much as you worry about someone wasting your time, I heard. Yeah, they wish you could just open up just a little bit more, just let them in, just at least, you know, get to know them. But I feel like you are also very like, I need you to be like real about this and like not always make jokes about this. Like if you want me, then you need to come like genuine. And they are genuine, but I feel like you just like, I don't want this to feel like a silly game, you know. I want you to feel like, I want you to come bearing your heart on your sleeve, and then I'll think about it. Okay. All right, so how do they think? I feel like we already, again, we kind of answered this question, but I'm just going to see. How do they think? So we have the Strength card coming in reverse. Man, okay. This person could be a Leo. Okay, how do they think about pile 2, free spirit? We have the Two of Pentacles coming out. I just keep seeing, like, I feel like this is how they, like, you, again, like, you're just, like, vibing. You're just, like, living life. You're doing what you do. Feeling very connected to yourself and, like, just, like, at peace without anyone else, like, disturbing you. Like, you do not just let anyone into your spirit, and that's how you protect your peace. And they're like, I vibe with that. The World card. Oh, my gosh. Okay. And then one more, please, spirit. Ooh, we have the Sun in reverse. Whew. Again, so much unattainable energy. We have a lot of major arcana coming out too. This person's like obsessed. And the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck again. Okay. I'm gonna get some water. Don't mind me. I just got, oh my gosh, pile 2 is so hot. I need some water. Like, I think you make this person thirsty. Pile 2, you make the person thirsty. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I feel like this person, like, you make them weak in the knees. And they're not used to it. They're kind of like, I feel like they feel like a little bit mad because I feel like you make them weak in the knees, and then when they look at you, it's like you're doing all these like acrobats, like you're like handling everything so well, you're like just juggling 20 things at once, like you're doing like fine, like you stay in balance, you stay in like your zone, and this person just can't do that in your presence. and they're like mad that like you're able to do that in their presence, and they're like I think again like they find it so attractive, but they also like want the challenge, or they like the challenge of like I am going to knock pile 2 off their toes somehow they're gonna feel just as like off balance I feel in their presence. Like they're mad that you like aren't, and this is like all in like a playful like jokey way, like they're mad that you're not as or you don't appear to be as obsessed with them as they are with you. And I don't know, some of you may be, you know, good at like keeping a poker face, like you may be really like into this person but don't show it. Some of you may genuinely just be like, listen, like I am the shit, so like someone great, like amazing, is gonna have to knock me off my feet. Like it takes a lot to get to me, which is great. With the world card, I feel like this person sees you as a world. I feel like they see you as their end all be all. Like I feel like they think again that there's a lot of potential here. And I feel like this is like a relationship that's in its very, very, if you couldn't get that already, like I feel like it's in its very, very early stages. But what I mean more by that is that it's like you may have not known this person physically for a long time, or if you if you have known this person for a while, like if this is someone from the past, and this could be like friend as well, that you like is now like considering to be somebody's romantic, then I feel like you guys may have like had like a distance, like physical distance from each other for a while, and you're just like now reconnecting. But yeah, I feel like this person, like it's kind of like they knew immediately when they saw you for the first time or saw you again that like this person, pile 2, like can be my world. Like I feel like you very much like at this point I feel like you guys might be this person's world, and they're just trying to keep it under wraps. They're not trying to be too, they're not trying to show their full hand immediately. Again, they're like they are a little bit afraid of vulnerability, I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like with the world card, I feel like it's like, oh my god, you have the world and the sun. It's like you're their full like you're their full like solar system. Like they revolve around you, and they're mad that like you don't revolve around them. But again, it's in a playful way. But yeah, I feel like this person sees like you being their happily ever after, the one that they end up with, like their life partner. And I feel like this is like you. I feel like you don't realize the power that you hold over this person. And I think that they like pile 2 does not know how much like of an effect they have on me, and how like they could literally ask anything of me and I would do it. Like I would jump through hoops to do it. And they're like thankful that like you haven't realized, or that you, even if you have, that you don't take advantage of the fact that they would literally do like anything for you. Like I feel like you hold them in like, you have them in the palm of your hand, literally. And I just see you as like this cosmic queen. For those of you who are like identify with like divine feminine, if you feel like you're very much in your feminine energy, this person really sees that. They're like, oh my god, like this is like the divine feminine. Or I feel like they just see you as like kind of like this primordial being that just like rules over them, like the amount of power you have on them. And it's not like a toxic thing. It's not like they feel like you control them. It's not like feel like it's just like they feel like you have so much divine cosmic energy, and they feel like you bring so much light, and you have such a giant presence that cannot be ignored. And I think it's just like they're just thinking about how they just when they think about you, they just think of like how like amazing you are, and just how badass you are, honestly. Like they just see you as like such like a kick-ass person. Like, I think they're like, wow. Pile 2 is literally out of this world. I think they think that you could topple kingdoms, that you could take over the world. Because this card is like, the woman is like not even, like, she's like out of the world. Like, she's holding the world. She's not the world, she's holding it. And we see like all the other planets in this card too. As like, this person's like, I want, like, they feel like you're tapped into something else. And how to you person is just like, I want to know, like, I want to know what they're tapped into. Like, I want to be able to, like, even like, if I can't even, I feel like they don't even know if they can tap into it, but they want to be in your presence because it's like they feel connected to it when they're with you. And you like offer them so much like happiness and sunlight and joy, and they can just see, they can just imagine all of like the beautiful future, like the beautiful future that you guys can have. But they feel like it's like unattainable, like they can't have it, they can't get there right now because you like aren't even like looking at them. You're like too busy like focusing on other things, which is valid. But they're like, you know, I feel like they kind of look like, they're like a puppy. They're like, can I have some more attention, please? Can you give me some love too? Like, I feel like they're the type who would get really jealous if like you're like hugging and like kissing a cat or a dog. They're like, how great it must be to be that dog over there. You know, how great it, like, even if it's like an inanimate object, if it's like you're hugging a pillow or like a stuffed animal, they're like, to be a stuffed dog would be the greatest gift of life. Right now, specifically like pile 2 stuffed dog. Okay, so now we're going to get some channeled messages for you guys. Oh my gosh, the clouds. I hope you guys can see okay. Because the clouds are doing all types of things. All right, channel messages from pile 2's person, please, spirit. Maybe some channel messages from pile 2's person. What do they want to say to pile 2? I already see the pink. And I'm ready. Okay. So we have no in reverse. They're not taking no for an answer. Pile 2, this person, and again, this is not like in a creepy way. Like, I don't feel like this person is like creepy or like dangerous or like toxic. I feel like they're just very determined and they see a future with you. Obviously, if you have like absolutely zero interest in this person, you want them to stop, like definitely stand your boundaries, like let this person know, like just like you do not have to accept this person whatsoever. But as long as you're kind of like, and I feel like this person would be hurt, but if you were to seriously say no and like lay it in, like you can like maybe you might need to lay it into them a little bit, like if you to like for like if you're really really not interested, for them to get the message. But I think they would respect that. But if you guys are kind of like wishy-washy in your answers, or you're just like, interesting, you got me flowers, okay, cool, and like you're just like not saying no, but you're also like, you're kind of leading them on a little bit, or just leading them like, you know, show me what else you can offer type of thing, right? Or you're just like, I just want to take things slow, like let's not rush into things, like I do like you, but like right now is not the best time for me or whatever. And like in terms of just like, again, I feel like it's really hard to describe this energy a bit, because I feel like part of you is open, but then there's part of you that's like, no, not yet, like I just need to be by myself, like with me. And so I feel like and this person like sees that, so they're like, okay. I think they're just like definitely like letting you know that they're here whenever you're ready, okay? Like, and I feel like if you are really like being made uncomfortable by what they're doing, they will listen, they will tone it down a bit. But if okay, I'll say this. The more you give into them, the more they're going to give, okay? But the less, like, you are, like, the more walls you put up, the more toned down their advances will be, okay? So if, instead of, like, I guess, like, I hope this is, like, a good example, but instead of, like, so if you're kind of, like, being, like, coy and, like, you know, being like, oh, you know, let me see, you know, exactly how serious you are about this, then this person's, like, gonna go all out. They will, like, show up at your work with, like, flowers ready to go and, like, a dinner reservation, right? And you can't say no to dinner reservation too, but, like, like, they're the type who will, like, you know, go all out for you. But if you're like, listen, like, I just, like, you're cute and all, but I need to, like, have my space, like, I really just, like, want to take things slow, like, can we just stay friends or whatever? And they're like, okay, like, I get that. But they don't want you to forget that they are a romantic option. They do not want to be friend zoned. So they're like, I will still do some things for you. Like, they might, instead of, like, show up at work with a bouquet of flowers, they might, like say, I got, like, if you guys work together, they might, like, leave a little rose on your desk or something like that. Or, like, something even smaller, like, if you're having a bad day, they might, like, bring you back, like, a funny card. Again, a weird thing to say, but, like, you know, something that will just, like, kind of make you smile, or they're, like, do more acts of servicey things rather than, like, grand gestures, okay? But regardless, this person is still going to, like, they will adjust to what you're comfortable with, but they are, like, going to make sure that you still see them as a viable romantic option when the time is right, okay? So we have love is the answer. Yeah, I feel like they're like, I have all this love to give, but pile 2 is just, like, not receiving it. They just don't want it right now. So, like, what else can I do to, like, kind of, you know, wheedle my way into pile 2's heart? And then we have love me, which I feel like they really want it to be upright, but they feel like they have to, like, even though they might be coming on strong for a lot of you, I feel like they are, like, trying not to be, like, again, totally over the top and, like, in terms of just, like, begging you. I feel like this person still has, like, some pride. So they're like, oh, you know, I can't just, I just want them to love me. I just want pile 2 to, like, be obsessed with me as much as I'm obsessed with them. But, you know, I can't just say that. Like, I can't just, like, also, we're not together. I can't just say, like, I love you just yet. I feel like they may know that they love you or that they are going to love you in the future. And so but they, like, I can't. And that, again, this is kind of why they're big coming off as superficial, because you're like, I can't just bear my love, like, right now, like, out the get-go. I have to be, you know, I gotta play my cards right. I gotta be a little strategic about this. But you're like, just be you. Like, just, you know, be honest with me and tell me how you really feel. It's okay. Okay. Give me 2 more, please, spirits. Okay. Do you want to come out or not? Okay, I'm taking it. I'm in so much pain. Okay, yeah. They don't show up, but your rejections do hurt. I should not laugh. Your rejections do hurt a little bit. I think that laugh came from them trying to, you know, add some levity to that statement. But I think they just, they really like you. Like, they're really into you. And it is, like, it drives them nuts. It drives them insane. They really can't get enough of you. And all they want is for you to return their feelings. Okay, so we also have I am a jealous person in reverse showing itself at the bottom. Oh my gosh. And then it just came out. I just decided, like, ooh, okay. So they're trying not to be jealous. That's for sure. I feel like this is just, like, repressed energy on their end. Like, they're, like, again, and this came out, oh my gosh, you have so many choices and options. Yeah, pile 2, you I think this person is not the only person who sees your light, and they're not the only person who, is a little addicted to you. And they see other people like maybe try to make moves on you, and they're like, I can't, like, again, I can't overstep my boundaries. Like, Pile 2 is not my person. Like, I need to, like, I cannot be this jealous, but I am quite jealous, and I don't like this. I feel like they might be a little, like, funny jealous, like a little petty, to the point, like, I'm thinking of, like, in, like, those, like, TV shows or books where a guy, like, hits on the girl or something like that, or the girl, like, entertains a guy just, like, for a little bit, just for, like, shits and giggles, or she's, like, just talking to, like, another guy, and he feels like the guy is a little too close or whatever, and he's just, like, gets a little bit pouty. Like, he doesn't, nothing toxic, nothing that's, like, makes her feel bad, but it's just, like, he's, like, maybe a little bit more quiet in his head, or, just, like, a little bit more grumpy, or, like, if they're, a random, like, image came in my head of, like, oh, they're going out to ice cream, and he's super excited, and then, like, a guy, like, hits on the girl, and she, like, is, like, entertains it a little bit more than he would have liked, and he's all of a sudden like, oh, this ice cream place is, like, terrible, and she's like, what are you you were so excited to try this ice cream 2 seconds ago, and he's like, it's whatever, it's not as good as it could be, and it's just like and then I feel like you might even tease him a bit. I say him, but again, you can just, like, if it's a her that you're looking for, that also applies. You be like, oh, yeah, are you, like, jealous or something? And they're like, no, like, me, like, jealous, what? But yeah, I feel like that's kind of like they're trying to repress their jealousy. And again, it can go back to what I was talking about, like the stuffed animals and that, like, the real life animals. And then bottom of the deck we have let me have you, s'il vous plaît, in the reverse, because again, this person doesn't have you yet, and they're mad, like, and you're, like, making it very difficult to obtain you, but they want you badly. They just feel like they can't have you, and again, they need to play the long game, they need to play the waiting game, but it's so difficult to, like, rein it in. They're trying to respect you and your time and your wishes and things like that, but Pile 2, this person has it bad. They have it really, really bad. Okay, so lastly, we are just going to get some advice for you regarding this connection, as well as just anything else Spirit would like for you to know, for anything they want you, for anything that wants to come out. Oh my gosh, I, like, can't speak. I feel like you make this person tongue-tied, and they're not used to it. I just love that dynamic so much. I love it so much. Okay. Yes, okay, Spirit, any advice for Pile 2 regarding this connection or anything else? Any advice for Pile 2 regarding this connection, please, Spirit? Okay, so we have Leslie Mormon Silco, community. This person may be a part of your community in some way, like a part of your circle. It may be even a neighbor, I heard. Okay. And another card, please, Spirit. One more. What other advice can you offer Pile 2? Yeah. Okay. So we have Charlotte Perkins Gilman, Freedom. Okay. I've heard one more card wants to come out. Show me the card then, please, Spirit. Show me the card. What other messages, advice do you have for Pile 2? can you next time, like, not make me get up to to grab these cards? I appreciate the enthusiasm, but come on. Okay. So we have Wings at the bottom of the deck and Virginia Woolf with Vision. Okay, so I think you guys are like focused on something. Like you guys are working towards a goal, something like that. And they're saying to keep that focus. It is perfectly fine to keep your focus on this goal. Like I think you guys are very much just putting yourselves first. And that is 100% okay. Continue to put yourself first. This is what this person loves about you. And I think, again, like you don't need to, I'm getting with this connection, if you do want it to happen, will happen at the right time when you're ready. And if you're not ready now, then that's okay. You're not ready like now. Don't rush it. Allow this person to yearn a little bit more. Like they can wait. Like keep working on yourself. Keep getting to where you want to go, because I feel like you're doing big things. And so, yeah, you don't need to kind of sacrifice your freedom right now. I am getting, though, with the community here that it is okay to rely a little bit more on your community. I feel like you guys are very, very independent and you kind of put everything onto yourselves. So it's like, in order for you to really fly and take flight and to get to where you want to go, then you need to like lighten your burden a little bit. You need to like, I'm getting like, lighten the burden, take a friend with you. Like and this that friend might be this person. So again, take things as they resonate, but like I'm getting at the community, especially if this person is a part of your community, it's okay to rely on them a little bit more. And it's okay to open yourself up to new people, I heard new responsibilities for a second. I feel like you need to do like a little bit more. Okay, continue putting yourself first. Don't stop doing that, okay? But for everything else, you might need to like reorganize your priorities. Just a little, like just like a smidgen, because I feel like you're not seeing how much your community is important to the goal that you're trying to accomplish. Like, I feel like there are so many opportunities that your community can offer you that you're not seeing, and that your person who, again, if they're a part of your community, wants to also help you achieve this goal, and they can offer you what it is that you're looking for, or like at least like help in getting to what you're looking for, but you're so focused on kind of like yourself and like, oh, I have to do it myself, I have to like be on my grind, I have to do these things, X, Y, and Z, where it's like it would be so much easier if you just like accepted what, you know, your community is trying to offer you. And so again, it's okay to focus on yourself and prioritize yourself and like prioritize your peace, but don't close yourself off so much that you start missing the exact opportunities that you are looking for, and that even like opportunities that can like help you accomplish even more than you were expecting. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable with new people. I mean, be discerning, but like I feel like you're at a point where you can be making a lot of friends and like engaging with your community a lot, and that these people are going to offer so much color to your life, and then like taking flight is not something that like you have to do by yourself. Like you don't have to be like a solo bird flying. You can be like, I don't know what they're called. It's not a herd, squad. You can fly off with your squad. And like that would be so much more fun than having to fly off solo and having to navigate the winds all by yourself. Yeah, I feel like with the Fool coming up, it's like you are setting off on a new journey, on a new adventure, but you're nervous. And it's okay to like, again, bring people along who are going to help you manage that anxiety. You don't have to do it all alone. And you don't have to do it like without knowing anything. Like people can teach you so many things. And that like freedom doesn't mean being solitary. Freedom like can come with like, again, the doors that open through knowing people and, you know, having connections. You guys may need to network a bit more is what I'm getting to. Maybe broaden your community. and take off. Maybe some of you also need to like change communities. Like if you feel like there's nothing here for you in your current environment, some of you may be thinking of moving. This is for like a specific few of you. And so if you're thinking of moving, then this is your sign to go move, because you're going to find like a brilliant community there. Yeah, I feel like pile 1 2 was also like they're finding their tribe very soon that is in alignment with their vision for what they want to accomplish and for their life in general. And it's just going to bring them so much happiness and freedom. And I feel like this prince here is a part of that, which is why Spirit wants you to like, or, you know, you don't have to jump into romance, but be a little nicer, be a little bit more open to this, you know, prince character, okay? Alrighty, so I believe that is all that I have for you, pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me today, for hanging out. If you enjoyed it and it resonated, I'd love it if you could comment down below, as well as like, share, and subscribe. If you would like your own personal reading, I do offer personal readings on my Etsy down in the description box, and you can join our community on Patreon, where you guys will get exclusive readings and some other nice little bonuses. All right, so thanks so much for joining me today again, and I will see you y'all next time. Bye.